Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about dividend investing. It is not as though I've never spoken about it earlier, but largely people do dividend investing because over a long period of time, the kind of cash flow it throws at you and the fact that it increases at a rate greater than inflation. So let me just explain. If a person has, let's say, a 6 crore equity portfolio and has a 2% dividend yield, which means he gets about 1 lakh rupees per month, right? So yeah, 12 lakhs, so about 1 lakh per month. And assuming for a minute no taxation, he gets to spend about 1 lakh per month with his portfolio. The most important thing is next year he may require 1,05,000 and his dividend will go up by a number greater than inflation, and or historically that is what has happened. So when you have a complete equity based retirement portfolio and you're living off the dividend, then you have an advantage of being able to not worry about how much of corpus you have, as long as the dividend is greater than the expenses that you have. And even at your age of 80 or 85, you may not need to touch your principal, and that principal would have grown dramatically from the age of 60 till the age of 85 because you have not touched it. And those are the advantages of dividend investing. However, now there's a funny problem in India that your dividends are taxed at full rates. Now in the US, dividends are taxed at a lower rate, maybe at 15%, and even if you're on the 35% tax slab, right? So dividend tax is lesser. In India, unfortunately, dividend tax does not exist, in the sense that a dividend income is just added to your total income. So if you are paying tax at 30 or 35%, you will pay tax of 35% on the dividend that you receive. Can this be combated? Yes, it can be combated. What you do is, while you are in the accumulation phase, instead of doing direct equity, if you were to invest through a mutual fund growth plan, you can postpone your income. Now the thing is, this of course works very well in case of debt. However, in case of equity, I never recommend a strategy like this, because dividend yields in India are only 2-3%. So don't bother too much about the income tax implication on the dividend. Of course, dividends are taxable just like interest, and earlier it used to be paid by the company. Now it's going to be paid by you. The tax obviously will differ depending on the slab that you are. But I wish there were a single dividend tax at 10% or something like that, and you got the money after tax. Now you have to make a list of what shares you have, etc. Make the list of the dividends, and that will have to be attached to your income tax return. Fairly obvious that when your dividends are greater than some threshold limit of 5,000, there will be tax deducted at source. Your 26AS will also show where your money came from. You will have the full dividend list, especially dividends above a particular threshold limit. So what does dividend income do for you? First of all, it creates a passive income stream. So how all can you create it? Now let us say you are an individual earning 70-75 lakhs per year as salary, and you have a portfolio of 6-7 crores. One thing which you can do, and I would think almost must do, is when your kids turn 16 or 17, transfer some of the shares that you have, transfer it to them. Suppose you transfer shares worth 5 lakhs, which 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. What happens is the dividend from that. So make sure that you transfer the high dividend paying companies. Suppose the dividend yield on that is 4%. So which means on 5 lakhs, 20,000 of income you have shifted. Now you know that your children don't pay tax, so you can do it up to 2.5 lakhs. So decide to transfer, say, 50 lakhs to both your children each. Clubbing provision will not apply after the children turn 18. So that is the advantage. So create a dividend stream for yourself, and when your kids turn older, transfer it to them and make sure that they are filing their return. They will anyway have to file a return, especially if you transfer one single share. because they will also have a dividend income which will have a TDS, so they will have to definitely file a return. So make sure all that happens. What I find very funny is the cusp between investing and taxation is a very narrow place, and not enough investment advice is being given by the so-called experts on investments, because you need to understand both investments and taxation to be able to do that. And it's not very difficult, because you don't have to read the whole Income Tax Act, just the relevant sections, and then you will give better quality advice. So should you invest in dividend paying companies? Yes. Is there a tax? Yes. Can the tax be shifted to other members of the family? That is something which you have to answer. If it can be done, it should be done without paying too much of gift tax or documentation costs. So that's it. Thank you.